Hi, I'm Dr. Noah Smith, a professor in hoopology with a research emphasis in college ball. Today, me and my esteemed colleagues would like to share with you a few tips we've seen to help you enjoy March Madness as God intended. If you're wondering how I became a doctor at such a young age, I'm about as much of a doctor as former First Lady Jill Biden. Take that how you will.
Hello, I'm Dr. Zach Bates, an Associates Professor of Hoopology with an emphasis in Flobonomics. Do you enjoy March? Is it your favorite time of the month? Well, good. It sounds like you are married to the game. So, in the best way to share to you on how to enjoy March Madness, we bring to you the do's and don'ts of March Madness.
Now we welcome my esteemed colleague, Dr. Kimball Snap, Dean in Tournament Results, with a research focus in rooting for underperforming teams. Dr. Snap, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Dr. Snap, would you like to take us through the first common mistake that people often fall into when enjoying March Madness?
I would love to. When I was a beginner, as a casual, I fell victim to this mistake. Mistake number one is making multiple brackets. You do not want that. See, brackets are meant to only be made once a year. Otherwise, they lose their value. Recently, over the last 15 years, big name companies such as ESPN and CBS have created digital versions of these brackets, allowing you to make 25 brackets for a single season. It's just ridiculous. And so, rule number one, to pure joy of March Madness, as God intended it, is to only make one bracket purity as it is called. If you are dumb enough to pick a 2 seed who is not taught to go all the way and win the tournament, then you must be man enough to accept the consequences. There is no double dipping your brackets. There is only one bracket that you can have if you want true joy. Noah, what is our next mistake?
Thank you, Kimball. Our next mistake, number 2, is that casual fans often root for their bracket instead of rooting for what makes March Madness great. And that is the madness of March Madness. In fact, March Madness is the only institution we have in the United States of America, the only tournament where a small liberal arts college from the northeastern United States can defeat a team that has 3 future NBA All-Stars. In fact, it's what America was founded on. Back in 1776, the Revolutionary Army was a 13-colony underdog against the British.
The number 1 seed.
But thankfully, undersized General George Washington and his right-hand man Paul Revere had other plans. They defeated the British Army, giving us the country we all know and love today, the country that holds this beautiful tournament. And so number 2 is we root for chaos. If your bracket gets destroyed, no one cares about your bracket. It's called March Madness, not March Normalcy. Embrace the madness, embrace the chaos, and you'll have more fun when that little 15 seed with that little point guard who's about 5'10" and has a really crappy mustache knocks off all those future NBA All-Stars. Instead of being a moron sitting in the corner, you too can bask in that glorious upset.
Upsets are meant to be enjoyed,
Yes,
not
sir.
cried about.
No, sir. We now welcome back Dr. Bates to share with us the third and final mistake that new March Madness viewers often make. Dr. Bates?
My fellow Americans, we love this great time. Now, the third and most common problem is not being able to choose the bracket for yourself. Don't copy your friends. Now, for my casual viewers out there, it's okay to ask for some help, some advice. You want to be able to make your bracket exciting, yet also, hopefully, accurate enough to win your close group of friends' bracketology. Now, that does not mean that you can copy and paste the most ball knowledge person you know out there. This is supposed to be your bracket. It's not your grandmother's, it is not your father's, it's not your dog's, it's not your ex's, boyfriend's, new cool home slice. Doesn't matter who, this is yours. And so you should treat it as such. Be able to input the upsets that you would like. Be able to have the dominant runs that you predict would come in. And by doing so, this allows you to really bask and enjoy the delight from picking the correct ones. That brings all the glorious bragging rights, and forever will go down in history famously as the man who picked the 4 seed and the 9 seed to be in the Final Four. How amazing that feels to go on and to always be known as the guy who knows ball, or girl who knows ball either. Just have it be yours.
Let it discriminate.
Let it be what you want. My friends, let this be a time where you show how much you know ball.
Thank you. So there you have it. I'm Dr. Smith, Dr. Bates, and for Dr. Snap, who is behind the camera because we don't have money for a cameraman. Those are the 3 most common mistakes we see in March Madness viewing, especially for first-timers. So let's run through it really quick. Here are some models to help you avoid running into these traps. Number 1, you live and die by the bracket. Number 2, we root for chaos. And of course, number 3, make the bracket your own. Have fun with it. As the great John Rothstein always says, we sleep in May. If you'd like more lectures on college athletics, make sure to follow or subscribe depending on where you're watching this video. Leave a like. Share it to your friends who love March Madness as well. Share it to that one guy in your bracket group who casually and always and every single year breaks all of these rules without as much as a sorry. We'll see you next time for Married to the Game. Have a great day.